Oh, oh, you feast towards summer child.
Rue, as she
Oh, wait for the
finished your
recording.
song,
Oh, yeah.
No, I got it.
Separate.
It's back.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
as you finish this song,
You at the Cynthia, you at the.
at one point in time, you feel like she's still singing with you, and that worry that she was suddenly gone, faltering the song for just a moment, but then you just feel this urge to continue playing and singing. But then you sit up from where you were sitting down and you start dancing. And the feathers kick up around your feet and they swirl until you get to the last little bit of the song and you watch as they form a cloak that then explodes outwards. And once more, you see Mama Noel.
Mama, you're back! And she'll run up and hug her.
She hugs you back.
Was everything
Yeah.
okay?
She is fine. Though not exactly where I expected her to be. She says that she will make her way back to the room. Not to worry. However, she did mention that she has seen your friend.
Babette?
Babette. Yes.
Oh, that's great!
He is in the city of doors.
The doors?
Yes. A place that is connected to all places. It
Kind
is
of like-
very hard for me to tell you how to get there. However, what you need is an expert on crossroads, child. And that is exactly what Papa Noise is.
That's great! We'll find her in no time then. God, I bet she misses us so much. Oh,
But child, you should get some rest. Dream of sweet dream.
I don't know if I can sleep now that we know where Babette is.
But imagine what wonderful dreams you would have about reuniting with her. And dreaming of things as the first step to making them real.
Okay. Alright, I hear ya. But, can I ask, what's the city of doors like? Dangerous? Should we be worried? Do we need to rush?
It is dangerous, yes, child. Like this swamp. However, all you need is a proper guide.
Okay. We'll get her soon. And she's with Lib, so maybe we'll see both of them.
Maybe, child. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Two sisters meeting at last.
I don't really know if she'd want to see me, but I know the rest of them would probably miss her.
I am certain that she would very much like to see you. After all, you two have been together the longest.
Yeah, she has always been there.
Rest now, child.
Okay, Mama. You rest too. Make sure you get plenty of sleep. I'll see you in the morning, okay?
Okay.
Bye! And she runs down the circle staircases all excited and skipping and playing her flute on the way down.
Hanu, Ember, you probably wake up to the sound of Rue skipping her way down the stairs, playing her flute, and realize that it's probably time for you to get up for your watch.
Good morning, you guys.
Hannah makes a big stretch, nods, and just rolls up, gets on her feet. Anything interesting happen?
Oh, Mama's just the sweetest. You know, she was really worried about, everyone, and she's just doing her best to help us. And I don't know, I'm really glad we came here.
Yep. Well, you usually find important things at strong nexus points of energy, so of course. Gives Rue a pat on the shoulder.
Okay, well, Mama said I had to go to sleep, so good night.
Okay, if you need some tea, I can make you some, okay, to help you go to sleep faster.
That would be lovely.
I know how it is to have a lot of energy, okay? And she'll just start brewing you some chamomile and some other stuff added in there.
I have so much to tell you in the morning.
Alright, just get yourself situated, ground yourself, okay? After a while, just pours you some tea, pats you on the head, and goes taking her watch.
Okay. The rest of the watch goes rather uneventfully. And you get time to be able to prepare things in the morning with your daily routine. Mama Know-How is, as far as you can hear her moving around somewhere on like the top level somewhere, where you suspect her room probably is.
Mm-hmm. After a while, I'll just look at Ember as like, hey, we have something in the Curry Coast called fog moss. You think that we're gonna find some really good ones over here? Extra potent? Yeah. Gets back and eventually starts waking everybody else up for breakfast.
Honor, you high again. That's like,
What?
smells like it's trans talking.
I was talking about gathering supplies. I don't know what you are implying here, and I don't appreciate it.
Sure, it's like,
Morning,
smells-
everyone.
oh, come on, Rue.
She's
I
on
think-
hyper energy mode.
This is a lot of energy first thing in the morning.
Oh, what's for breakfast?
I have no
Bee
idea.
comes out from around and you won't believe the types of flowers that they have around here.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And she just shows you this big bushel that she picked. And she goes,
Wow.
a lot of them were probably... And she pulls up her sleeves and you can see that she's just got like scratch marks and like itches all over it.
No.
Okay, here, have some ointment.
But I picked out the ones that were bad.
I know
Oh my
this feeling
God.
so wealthy, don't worry about it. At least you didn't eat anything, and I'll apply some liniment and ointment on there to help with the itching and swelling. Okay, come on. Apply this 3 times a day, okay?
What's chicken doing? I've been holding this
Me an animal handling check.
Fuck.
That was what I was gonna get to eventually, so we brought it up.
Boy.
Like you guys made some shit. Hey!
Okay, yeah, you managed to keep a hold of it. Okay. It is not going anywhere. You're good. You've managed to hold on to it. You got, to kill about another 12 hours or so before this thing's gonna be good for anything. But, yeah.
In like 20 minutes, Nina's gonna give Zale a big old pat on the back and give him an extra little D3 on that roll.
for the next fucking 50 score.
He's just gonna do it once or twice throughout the day.
Just holding the chicken.
Just lean into Hunter. Just
Mm.
he has no idea what he's doing, does he?
It's very admirable. He's really working it well, though. Sometimes you just can't show it. Fake it till you make it.
Mhm.
And we just go to give the slight judgmental druid-esque stares of.
Yep,
Yeah,
very much so.
he's not holding it by it correctly. The wings seem to be a little bit stressed, but he's doing okay for right now.
Well, it's not dead, so.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay.
Cells just like then looks back at you two and slip in the manner.
Oh, we were also discussing things about flowers that Thea's picked, not drugs. Oh, wow.
Guys, I don't remember falling asleep. Do you guys all remember falling asleep?
Did you happen to get into my stash?
Stash.
What's
Stash of what?
He's just gonna give her a big smile.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf? You're silly. You were right there in your bed.
Is that not normal way to sleep? Is just all of a sudden wake up in a place?
You know, not typically how I do it.
Yeah, well, welcome to the party. And Arthur's gonna lean in across like the table to like grab a couple of things, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be outside on the docks," and walks right out of the kitchen.
Okay. Take care.
Playing lullabies all night.
Yeah, we were listening to Mama's song. That's what it was. I was listening to her song, and then I woke up in bed. And
Sounds like you got hit with some sleepy magic.
Sounds like the lullaby did its job.
it sounds pretty rude.
Yeah, my nanny growing up, she had a lullaby that used to, yes, put me right to bed every time. So, yes.
It's elder magic. Trust me about this.
Or maybe you guys were just tired.
I wasn't that tired.
Maybe it was a bit of both.
Well, sometimes it's just like certain herbs and teas. Sometimes it will bolster people up and give them energy. Other times it'll just make you sleepy. It's just depending on what wavelength you kind of ride with. So,
And we are also within close proximity to the negative elemental energy nexus point. So of course it might have a certain effect on our rate of fatigue and our stamina.
kind of amplifies it, putting it through. I don't know what they'd be called. And she makes a motion of like the little horn on a record player thing.
Oh, speaking of which, Rue, since you are up and full of energy right now,
Can't hear you, city boy. Come on, speak up.
I am speaking of Hanu.
There you go. I thought
I
you
hear
had
you all
that.
the way on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Arthur, shut up. Alright.
Arthur finally finishes walking out the door with his last video mark.
But Rue, you wanted to take a look at the sword, right? Since we are here in the negative plane. Or the negative temple.
You want me to look at what?
This, and he pulls out the bloodthirster. And puts it on the
Oh.
table.
I can try. And Rue will take off her cloak and put it down and put the sword on top of it. And then as she's casting legend lore, different like little pictures that are drawn on the blanket kind of like light up in different little patterns. Let me see what I can do for you.
You watch as the patterns form together, and you see like the somewhat semblance of a name amongst this pattern that somewhat stands out to you, and you say the name out, going, "Oh, Edgar, that was the name of the bartender that you met at the Wayfinder's restaurant."
Edgar!
And as you say his name out, you hear in your mind Edgar's voice go, "Hello? Oh, ooh, the
Hi, Edgar!
bloodthirster. I see that you have a query about a bloodthirster.
Yes.
Yes, they were particularly nasty bunch.
Ooh. Is this all in GIF?
Yes.
Yes.
And you hear he describes to you a group of marauders, spelljammer marauders, who have ships out. They're marauders on the Astral Sea, that were known as the Bloodthirsters, and that's one of their weapons. This one was particularly held by a member known as, let me find my note. Oh yeah, okay. Tirbraxel. Tirbraxel the Terrible. Of the Bloodthirster
Of
Marauders.
Of course.
Don't you hate it when people judge you and give you nasty names?
In this case, it was actually deserved. He was quite
Really?
We're the good guys, I
terrible.
swear.
And then boom, the connection cuts off.
Hi, Edgar.
How you spell that?
Here, I will type it in.
Okay.
Oh, now you have a pirate sword.
Pirate song.
Yeah, it's from the Astral Sea. It's like the coolest place ever. I one time went floating across it. Anyways, there's like these marauders, and this belonged to one of them. And well, apparently he wasn't like the best dude, but I'm sure just like no one took the time.
What was his name?
Oh, God's gonna type it out for me here in a second.
Wait, I see some sky right up there. Wow!
The glyphs are coming together to spell letters, don't worry. As he told the story, there's like different drawings on the blanket, so I imagine like the different glyphs are like painting a storybook version of whatever he's telling me about.
It doesn't look so terrible when it's on a child's quilted
It's
blanket.
so pretty!
Wow.
Here, Braxel.
The terrible.
Aerobrax. The terrible.
Ah.
Sounds
good,
like
honorable
a nice
name.
guy.
You also
Huh.
want to know what's terrible? You didn't present up Walimana the equivalent of the casting? And she pulls out the incense and the ivory. Since we're on this topic, you mind checking something out for me? I don't really feel like I'm strong enough to do it right now, but I know you are. Only if you
What do
feel
mean?
up for it. I got a crown that belonged to some sea elves. I used to be able to know how to cast a spell,
More
but
pirates?
I actually, it was a spirit who told me to get this crown, so I did.
Right.
Fee was there.
I'm sure
trust
they
me.
needed you. They needed you to do. It's probably very important that you brought this to me.
Yeah. Fee and I, we spent a lot of time actually trying to get this crown, right, Fee?
Well, okay. And I'm gonna pick up the sword and hand it back.
He's like, I freed all of the animals.
Yes!
so proud of
Perfect!
her. Yeah, it was great. It was a good day.
That's great news!
And she's had
Yeah, but then in that same day, an entire Sky Casino blew up. So I wouldn't say it was terribly great for everybody involved.
Yeah. Did the
Somewhere
animals get
in the
away from
city
the
of
sky?
doors.
Oh, that was a separate event entirely. It was a very busy day.
yeah, you know,
Yeah, that happened.
a lot of things go like one after the other. It was very
Like
nonstop.
dominoes.
You know, kind of like that, except maybe sometimes there's a really huge domino and the little one kind of just tips it over. Anyways, I digress.
Okay, yes, I will look at your crown, but Zale, do not become Zale the Terrible. Okay? We need to make sure we're using this responsibly. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. It's just kind of how things really.
She will
Oh,
look.
better.
One curse at a time, okay?
Yeah. She's gonna look at Zale. Thirst
sweat.
Thirst
So
responsibly,
sweaty.
bro.
Stella's like sweating now, holding this chicken. And the war like, soon. Very soon I'll be cured.
Mhm.
Alright,
Yeah,
Hanu.
yeah.
May I see your crown?
Oh yeah, sure. And yeah, she'll give you. She's had some spell components of this for a long time because she's been wanting to cast Legend Lore for a while. And be like, this is. I definitely did not steal these spell components at all. Just loud, like she pushes it. Yep, there you go, and here's the crown.
Yes, thank you. And I'll wave the it's like sage.
Just some regular Coterie Coast things that totally did not come from Bedouin. Yep, did not come from
Okay.
a little tiny like flare of some flowers are in there, kind of soothing.
Okay, Edgar. Need your help one more time.
As you cast it in there, you see it once more spell out the semblance of a name, but it's not Edgar. This time, you see another familiar name. Mushusu, the dragon.
Yay!
You hear the slow, steady voice of Mushusu in your mind, and he tells you a story in the form of a poem, and it informs you that this crown is not just a important societal relic. I mean, it is the crown that is the only way of being able to determine who the next spiritual leader of their people will be. Without it, their cities can't have it, and it's believed to have been missing ever since the bereavement, when most of the cities of the Tirthadan were destroyed. And if you're not a sea elf and you try to attune to that thing, it will turn you into a sea elf, and you'll lose all memory of who you were, and be driven with the curse to want to reestablish the lost sea elf cities.
Okay.
Oh my god! What are these items we have? We're carrying with us?
Carrying this around in our bags.
Okay, I'm not saying this to be like, like selfish, but no one put on this crown. No one. Because I don't think Zale can handle being a werewolf and a sea elf and
What?
curse. So how about we just all pinky promise right now and not put on the crown?
Yeah.
What the hell did you
This man
steal,
is also
Hanu?
dog.
Listen. This was stolen originally by
Uh-huh.
some
It's
mobsters.
been missing
Okay.
since the bereavement.
Yeah, I did not
I
steal
don't-
it. I told them that I'm going to return this to the sea elf, and it looks like that's where it needs to be.
Well, yeah, or else you're gonna turn into a sea elf. So,
Mhm.
and I guess when you wear it, you kind of just want to bring back the whole society, and you forget about who you are.
She's...
So don't think you can have the best of both worlds. Like, it's literally just that world that you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, when we get back to Ozzville, I'm just gonna have Roxy commission us a vault to hold dangerous magic items.
That would be great! And then I'll just
Yeah.
make sure I check in every object and write a page on it, and then I just have a
Mhm.
book of all of our vault items that we all pinky promise not to put on our heads.
Oh, you are becoming the evil bad guys. I see.
What?
What?
You have vault of ominous magic items. That is very evil sounding.
Oh, no. We want to keep it away from people who want to be evil.
That just sounds like being evil with extra steps.
Yeah, but we're not playing with them. We're ignoring them.
Guys, I'm gonna return this to the seals because that's where it belongs, okay? Sheesh.
Okay.
And as Nina's saying that, she is petting Zale like a puppy.
Well,
So-
let's just make sure that, like, when they bring back their, society and stuff, or, like, make it stronger, that it, at least, like, we have some say in, that, like, not to hurt people once they're big and strong. Like, I'm all for bringing people back home, you know what I mean?
Well, wait a second. There's only one person who I know, theoretically, know now, that could shed light on this. But for right now, keep it under wraps.
If we meet someone who has a terrible life and they're looking for anything new, maybe we can give it to them.
You,
Just give them
Rue.
a fresh, clean start.
we'll talk about that when it happens, okay?
Yeah.
Before we do that, we'll talk about that.
And then Hanu starts to get really uncomfortable. She mouths to Zale and Uhea and whispers.
Adele kind of does like kind of look being like, yeah.
Anyways. Okay.
Is that all you guys needed?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. On
Okay.
the case of
I put my blanket cloak back on. I click my little button onto it.
well, no.
Well, that was fun.
That was informative. I mean,
Oh, I got to talk to the dragon again.
You talked to a dragon? Was he scary?
No. Sweet man. Sweet dragon. He's the one who helped me learn how to play this flute, and he likes to talk in poetry and rhyme, so he's really artistic. And I don't know, he was just like a really good person to spend a week with.
You spent an entire week with a dragon.
speaking of that one face right now, like I'm so jealous right now.
Hurry up. She's
I
just
want to
like,
find them all.
but also like excited mostly by the prospect that she joined a group that means you might get to meet dragons.
Plus,
And,
we're gonna meet more
and
dragons.
dragons aren't even bad. Like all the stories made them out to be. It turns out they're good. That's like her
Yeah.
favorite thing to
I'm
hear.
telling you guys, they're good. People just misunderstand people. Braxial might not have even been that terrible. He may have been terribly good looking, and they forgot to mention that part.
Marauders don't help with that case, but I'll just go with what you say. Alright, so plan of action. I got good 11, 10 hours with this thing. Kind of like what's the
Wait a
chicken?
second. Do you think we can just lift the curse off of the crown?
I think it's
Oh, yeah,
more
I wanna know
interesting if we keep it on there.
I think we should leave the crown alone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think we should
Like, why
leave
ruin it?
Mhm.
It's It's
Well,
gonna
I mean,
bring back
it's,
an entire civilization.
It might have been designed that way as a security measure, to
That is
keep it
true.
out of non-Sylvan hands. The
Okay.
Kovas and Yellam, they have made a strong practice out of doing similar things. Curses
Yeah.
make good wards.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
wait.
there was
This was
Amnev Health that we just got rid of just long.
this
ago
was
to
supposed to
Prova.
go to Miyako though. Do you think there's like seals near Miyako?
I don't know.
Alright.
Aren't seals almost distinct?
Listen, we only saw we saw one seal. Okay.
Hmm.
Don't we have other things to worry
Yeah,
about?
anyways,
like,
yeah, we'll think
I
about
don't
that
know,
later, yeah.
cities of doors?
Wait, did you just say the City of Doors?
Yeah, that's where we're gonna find our good friend.
No. The City of Doors. Like, Sigil. Yes,
I don't know about any Sigil, but Mama said City of Doors, so I guess so.
I like doors. Sometimes you never know what will come out of them, or what you will
Right?
find when you go through them.
I found a dragon one time going through one.
That
Hey,
seems kind of
Frederick, drink
a
your tea.
lot.
Drink your tea right now, okay? Come on, just relax,
Is,
relax.
is the scared man okay?
Don't make me cast calm emotions. Okay, don't.
Just give it a
Deep
minute.
breaths. Yeah, just deep breaths, okay?
I am fine. I am.
Okay.
It is good.
Mama said it
I
was
don't think that you.
dangerous.
It is very dangerous, yes.
It should be fine, though.
Uh-huh.
No. This is much.
You know what? I feel like it's kind of like
We
this-
should not go there. No, not yet. No.
What do you mean?
It might be
We,
like
we
the-
need
yeah,
we need more information.
yeah.
You cannot go to the City of Doors without a guide.
Well, Mama said she has a guide.
Who is that?
Papa Noah's.
That would be correct.
Just like
Mama.
Zell just kind of jumps a little bit in his skin.
Good morning, child. I did not mean to startle you there, White Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
he is
problem.
dog.
He is kind of
Dog.
fidgety, you know?
That is what the chicken is for. To solve his lupine condition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will get pets in now.
Yes. When he is a half doggo, he's very strong. Very good.
So he's just letting out at this point, where he just kind of looking and looks back to Frederick as this is happening.
Hey,
Um,
Go ahead.
No, it's like Rue. This, I'm guessing she told you the guy. Looking to Mom Noha now.
Papa
Yeah.
No Eyes rules the crossroads. King of the crossroads he has fashioned himself is.
Mm.
I do. Hanu's raising her hand. I do want to say something. We also had a guide going here, and things got really weird right as we got closer. So I feel like the hesitation might be we have a guide, but if we're not strong enough to deal with the effects of what we are surrounded with, it's probably not that good.
Every
But
time.
how would you know if you never try?
Exactly.
I like this lady.
As much
You
as
got to put a little skin in it. Some blood.
Have to adventure.
But
with
a trustworthy guide is very important.
and this Papa No is trustworthy.
Papa Noah's always honors a contract. Otherwise, he would not be able to keep his crown for very long. After all, the lady would be quite eager to snatch it back from him. She looks at you, Hanu, and says, as your kin would know. After all, it is why she won't show her face here anymore. As if I had anything to do with Papa No Eyes. If he wants to go and fashion himself as a king, it is no business of mine. No matter if it's by stealing the crown of Lady Gehenna, a friend of my friend. I do not worry myself with what happens beyond my swamp.
I was just drawing a lot of lines together and circles and oh, I'm gonna just be quiet and process things right now. Okay.
Yeah, that's
But
much.
he must honor his contracts, otherwise his power could be questioned, and his title, his domain, taken away from him.
Well, if all this needs is a little bit of skin and blood, here we go. And Nina takes out her dagger and just gouges out a little bit of her skin and hands it to Mama Know-How.
Leaf would have tried to stop you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Mama Know-How will, as you, gouge it out and reach forward, she'll, have this really, amused but curious look on her face as her mouth then moves up into a smile, and out from underneath it, she just instantly, within, this little, bird skull out of her cloak, captures up the little bit of blood and skin that you gouged out, and, tucks it away into her cloak and says, I have a feeling that you're gonna lose a lot of that.
Yeah.
I was going to say no skin off my back, but I think maybe it might be.
Let's
Ha
Think
ha,
about-
child. That sense of humor might be exactly what you need. It will help you with Papa No Eyes. He's quite the trickster. If you take yourself and him too seriously, then he'll run you for everything that you're worth. But if you don't take him seriously enough, well, then you might not leave there without your eyes in your head.
Sounds lovely. It keeps Zelda kind of moves away from. It goes the Rue. Let's talk about this before we decide to trust. Like Frederick said, we need more information before you can step there.
Oh, look at how the wife wolf can evidently turn whiter still. Don't worry your pretty head about it there. He always honors the contract, and it is very simple. He, as well, would offer you an egg like this one. However, he will ask for what hatches from inside of you as a cost. Macabre, I know. However, you could think of this as counterfeit souls. There is a whole market for souls, if you did not know. Not every soul is worth the same. However, you can counterfeit a soul and sell it. Counterfeiting souls such as heroes like yours can fetch a pretty good price in certain markets. And it is only he that could open your way safely to the plane of the Grim Reaper. But remember, when you come back, you must remember to thank Papa Noise.
Of course.
Yeah.
We are no one without our pleases and thank yous.
This is no mere formality, though. If you do not thank him at the end of it, then the deal has not been closed. And there will be a dark tether, one tied to death itself, that will follow you no matter where you go. You will be beset by bad luck and ill fortune for every day of your life. Pain and suffering shall visit those that you touch. You must thank him, otherwise the gate is not sealed.
I understand.
Should we bring him a present?
He does like presents, but he also likes music, Triad.
Maybe I can give him a call.
However, while he may offer many of you to go, under no circumstances, and she looks at you, Rue, and then she looks at everybody else, must this child take any deal with him?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he has deals. What kind of deals?
Last time I got a deal.
Connections. To places, peoples, and powers the likes of which you could never imagine.
I don't know. I have a pretty big imagination.
Yeah. We were
Rue,
gonna turn a tower into a rocket.
Drill! Oh my god, the
Drill!
drill!
The drill!
Where's the drill? We forgot. Ugh,
It's. I think it's
that
in
was
the
such a
works.
good idea.
Yeah, it's in the works. We gotta talk about that a little bit later.
Cell at this point is gonna like tap Hani on the shoulder,
Mm.
being like, "Can you walk with me real quick?"
Yeah, sure.
He's gonna walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't like this at all.
Mm.
I mean, especially with Rue. I feel. I don't know. I just don't trust it. We've seen in the future dreams what Rue is susceptible to very dark forces and how much damage she caused because of that.
Listen, the one thing that we need most is as much knowledge as possible, because that lack of it, we've been tied to certain events, both good and bad things that I guess needed to happen. Number one, she taps you on the area where you got bit. We're gonna constantly be strung along doing other people's work.
That I know. But it's also the case of, we're being told to go to the City of Doors, where I don't feel like we're ready for that. At all.
I need to meditate for that for a while. I
Yeah.
need to seek some guidance.
This popping
You hear
up.
the creak of wood as you turn. You see Frederick like stepping out. Yes. Sorry. Oh, I know I'm intruding, but I had an idea of what you might be talking about, and I do not think that we should go to the City of Doors. At least, we should do what we came here to do, and nothing else.
And if we
Yes.
want to go, at least we know this is an opportunity to take in the future.
Yes, in the future. But in that regard, I have an idea.
Alright.
I have been there.
What?
To the city. I do not remember much. But I'm certain. I've done much research, and the City of Doors has appeared in a very old texts, and I am certain that some of the writing that I saw there matches writing associated with this place, and that it might be the zero dimension that Babette is in. It makes sense. On the discrepancy of my memories of time and the events that were there. But in that regard, most of my memories were by the doctor, Dr. Freya. I believe that she would know what we might need to know before going there. I believe that we should see what is in her offices in the prison first, and then, and only once we know then what she knows, proceed. Otherwise, we might just we might end up like me, but worse.
Yeah,
Listen,
that was the same thought.
my father was a fisherman, but he also built boats and was a carver. He told me one thing, the most important thing. Measure twice, cut once, or else the ship will fall apart. Maybe not right away, but it will wear down, especially against harsh tides and waves. I know being overly cautious might be strenuous and annoying to some, but I'd rather measure twice and cut once.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay, so we continue as planned.
I have to go in the court of the Grimita.
Alright.
Which that means I have to talk to him. That's
You hear a little ringing of the bell down by the docks. Peek out through the window, and you can see Arthur smoking a cigar with Captain Snake Eyes, who's ringing the bell at the end of the docks. Seems like they're signaling that it might be time to start setting sail for that temple.
okay. Let's. see about this.
And with that, we are going to take a break.
Alright.
Ho ho.
Ho ho.
Guys, we have to go. Babette's there.
Nope. Nope. I am literally pulling you by the collar and being like, nope, nope,
We gotta go. It's our friend.
nope,
It's gonna be fine.
nope. And I swear, Rue, I will
promise.
mute you.
I know nothing that could go wrong.
I am literally, Stella's literally gonna talk to Honey, when we go to meet Papa No Eyes, do not let Rue make any fucking deals.
Don't
matter
even
what.
don't even bring Rue to meet him.
Right?
Oh, I want to come.
I really
Mama
want
told me
Nina
so
to meet
much.
Papa No Eyes, though. I think that would be
Oh
hilarious.
yeah. Oh yeah. You're all gonna meet him. You're all
We're all
gonna meet
gonna
him.
meet him. I just don't want to make a deal.
I'm
This is why she
super-
told you directly to not
Yeah.
let this child talking about Rue
Mhm.
make
I
any
am-
deals with him.
Would you like a sweet treat, Papa?
I'm
I-
so excited to see what the fuck Nina just did with that piece of skin.
We see a dryad come out of a swamp tree. It's Nina.
Yes.
It's Nina.
We just see Nina before us sink down into the swamp, and then out from this tree pops out this dryad. What? Nina.
Hello. I am
Ember,
not
do you
me.
know her?
You know what? Maybe it's not gonna be so bad until Ethan
It's not
fucking
gonna be
A.
bad. There's nothing wrong.
I want Nina to eat the egg.
What, you wanna go
I'll
with me
eat it.
to meet death? No!
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
hell yeah.
I swear, Rue, I will.
I love a good omelet.
No. Hanu?
What?
Sharing is caring.
Reader
Amber, you're not
invisibility.
helping. Amber, you're not helping, alright?
In
We've been
terms of
Strictly
health.
told by a person older than time itself for not to let this just
Mama
stop pointing.
don't know shit. It's fun.
Wow!
Oh,
Rue!
Look at that.
Rue, watch your
She's old
language!
enough to make her own decisions, alright?
Yeah, I
Uh,
just helped her do a bunch of stuff. She totally trusts me. Knows
Rue,
I'm a big girl.
Rue,
There's nothing that she doesn't think I can't handle yet because
Rue,
I'm
I
too young. I
forbid you to make a
swear.
deal. Rue. As your older
Forbid.
brother.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, someone's looking to get beat.
You are aware that that is just how you make people want to do the thing more, correct?
I'm gonna throw your chicken off the tree.
Rue. you-
Good luck!
No, so I was gonna tell you shove nothing. He's gonna say just to tell Nina, like, if Rue attempts to make a deal.
Rock,
Stop
paper,
her.
scissors, shoot!
Nina
Well,
is the incorrect person to ask to
I-
do
I'm gonna tell
anything with any
Nina
level
and
of
Lee.
reliability.
I'm gonna tell Nina and Lee.
Are we the
that's
bad
thing.
guys? No.
No! Like, if you eat this, you can make a deal with Papa No Eyes, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna tell freaking
You
Lee
guys are
and
being
Nina.
really hateful towards a blind man. I think that's
Yeah, man. She said you can trust him.
yeah. And if
Yeah.
Mama
I
says it,
trust him
it's
as far
true.
as I can put.
She just said, except for with
This is very
her.
far, so
Yeah, except
And
for
every
Rue.
other case, you can trust her, but just yeah, you can trust them. Just
Mama's just being protective. It's fine. Everyone does it because I'm just so sweet and adorable that they're like, oh, poor baby. And you know what? I'm a big kid. And I make my own decisions.
No!
You.
No!
The way
Rue
there,
is learning all these swear words.
I know, right? What happened? Where have you been?
Rue
Young
should
woman.
talk
She
to
got
her
magically
Where
mother.
have I not
2
been?
years and
bitch?
learned how to cuss.
Yeah, she met Russell on one of her adventures. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh, Rue would love Russell.
No.
Oh,
Rue
Russell would
scoop
adore
Russell up
Rue.
and just fucking oh, sweet buddy boy. Don't distract me with Russell. There's a point to be made here.
Alrighty.
Good job, Rachel. Good job. Distract Brooklyn with
Fucking
cute
bullshit.
memes and stuff like that, so she doesn't make a deal, and just remember to make a deal with Rue.
God, playing Nina is so much fun, though.
I love it.
You
Here,
just
have a
offer a
chunk of my
sacrifice.
skin.
Yeah,
Right?
to freaking Baba Yaga of
He's
this world.
trustworthy.
She's not Baba Yaga, okay? She knows Baba Yaga, okay? Don't get them mixed up.
that already did that.
Fucking rude, mate.
Yeah.
This
dude,
Bale
it's so
guy.
sad.
Jesus.
Can't even keep his NPC straight. The figgity fuck.
So rude. Wow.
Does she
Favorite
sound
part.
Russian to you?
That's
No,
clearly
but she does
Nina
the same
right
thing.
now.
Yeah.
Just call her Babushka.
Nina's clearly Baba Yaga, actually she just doesn't know.
She's Baba Yaga. Oh my
Sapphire
that
keeps
was
Nina
spoiling
Yaga.
my plot, so I'm gonna get hella pissed at you.
I'm 100% okay with this.
Ugh.
Suffer the spoiling every spot just for Rick to fucking
Uh,
get.
Mm. I'll keep the meme down. Don't worry, bro.
Which means Mimi, she means hard truths. But the kid.
That is why I'm. That's my real life Oracle thing. I meme. It's the truth.
Her oracle powers just through meme.
Also,
Which
the Oracle
means-
decrees of the universe.
Goodness gracious. God, fucking Papa Noah, this is gonna be interesting. Nina goes and freaking sells the freaking court of death. Oh,
Oh hi, it's me, Nina.
Nothing's
Oh,
worse
no.
than, playing two characters and then he's like, hey, meet me in Whispers, and then he throws like this whole bomb on you and like fucks you up emotionally, and then he goes, okay, go back to being happy, bitch, and I'm like, okay, this is great, mama. I'm having a good time. I was making polar opposites because I literally felt like I was flipping my insides, like inside out. It was like
I
so
bet.
painful, and then it was like, I'm innocent and I have no cares in this world. It's fine.
oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cities of
No,
Doors
that
is not
Whispers.
dangerous, you guys. It's gonna be great. It's really not that bad.
Oh, thank you right now.
Yeah,
The only
man, I've been
thing-
having a lot of fun trying to see if any of you figured it out.
Yeah, Ruse only mentioned that Bet's there. Like the group.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's my shit. Oh, girls, let me feel like this.
Of course, give it to the spark to give this kind of information. Be like, oh, we can go there, guys. It's gonna go great. It's gonna be great. Literally,
That has my
Death
complete
incarnate.
trust.
It's even worse than the Death Realm.
It's like telling Jester to use the sending spell.
Right?
Hey, mommy. How are you? Did you get that good sleep I told you to get? Anyways, we were just wondering if you could tell us how to, because it's really hard. Hey, mommy, it's me again. So what I was saying.
Oh, what? Oh. How many plus do you have on the cast?
Turn, but that's okay. It's at this weird place. It looks really creepy. You would love it. Anyway. Hey, mommy, let's try.
Using all her spell slots to communicate to Mama.
Tell you, I miss you so much. Things are just so crazy here, and we're just so lost. And we're at the corner of.
So good.
She can do that.
We
What,
gotta get
8
Ruth
times?
sending now.
She has sending.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't.
Oh, you don't? I thought Bars get it.
Oh, she doesn't have it prepped because she can't prep things like every day. She has to choose that shit.
Oh, that's right. Damn it! I thought she had.
I mean, we'll
If
figure it out.
anybody was going to take it as just a known spell, it would be Rue, though.
Hi! Hi, Mr. Dragon! I hope you're doing good. It's me, because who else would it be, silly?
Reminds me of the wizard in my Wednesday campaign casting Sending to the Cleric's God, and the Cleric's God at the end of the Sending saying, "Don't let Kel know that you can do this.
Don't tell him.
Don't let the cleric know that you can cast Sending
Please.
to me."
He thinks we're on like a situational basis, and we just need to keep it that way.
Don't tell them there's like actually a phone call to call me. You gotta keep the mystique of
And
mixed
I want to
messages.
learn the song of calling, and then I can just call whoever I want.
It's a hotline bling.
Oh
You
my!
know when that hotline bling, it can only mean one thing.
Hi, Mama!
Hi, mommy.
That's the
Oh.
somatic component, or verbal component. No, the somatic component is the dance.
Oh,
Ribbon dance with the flute, and then at the end of the dance, that's when I can start doing the actual message. After I do this whole like twirl and fireworks come out, pink fire surrounding me, and then I go, "Hi,
Beautiful.
it's your boy."
God. I love the other thing too. Was thinking about
What if instead of phone numbers, people had dance routines that you had to like, dance out to be able to call them,
fuck yeah.
Please let this be
Everyone's
the
got their
future.
own dance routine. Like Mama know how is like the bone circle dance. There's twirling, like clattering whatever I have, like a drum or something. That I call Mom.
Oh
and
god,
know
my
how.
area code's a pirouette now, and I just don't. I'm too old for that.
Yeah. The dragon is just a bunch of leaps in the air,
As you get
The
older, you
ribbons
can't
behind
call
me.
anybody because you're just too old and tired.
You don't remember the phone numbers, or your just doesn't work the way it used to.
When I'm super old, they all just have one note that I fucking play, and I'm like, yo,
You're constantly misdialing because you can't quite do the movements.
fuck. Oh, Mama, I didn't mean to call you. I meant to
come in
call you.
here. Oh,
just
grandson,
pass the
can you
phone.
come in here and do that little dance for me? I
No,
need to
I'm
call
falling
your
and I can't get up.
grandfather.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. I'm sorry.
Libby finds out that, she can do it too, but she has to do all these dances, and she's like, fuck that. No. Not happening. And,
Oh, so
I'll
good.
do a knife dance if you fucking want.
Hell yeah.
She just starts line dancing with a bunch of skeletons with her top hat and cane.
Oh, this is gonna be a counterfeit of your soul. It's gonna be totally fine. It's gonna sell it on the market. It's totally gonna be like, it's not your actual.
It's not your
soul.
actual soul.
Yeah.
That should make you feel comfortable,
It's counterfeit souls.
That doesn't make me feel comfortable at all.
It's the black market of the black market.
Yeah. Oh, that does not.
Oh, you guys are becoming the bad guys. I see.
No.
He's quite the trickster.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nina will
like
get along with him
games.
super well.
Nina, arm wrestle him.
I bet he'd wreck her.
Fucking just smash the table.
Yeah.
The guy is just like an old ass man.
He is like just an old
He's
ass
just-
man. He's not
He's
like
an old man with like a straw hat and like a big old gray beard. He's just like a
Hell yeah.
redneck living out in the middle of the woods with no eyes.
She's either
Big
going to
old burn
accidentally
scars over
break
in a
him
straw
or he is
hat.
going to decimate her, and I don't think there's an in between.
Alright.
no, it just takes one of your eyes.
Oh, neat.
Bulby, Mom.
Oh, Bulby. I forgot about Bulby.
Yeah,
I saw him because I have like a dryad and some other shit in here, and then I saw Bulby, and I was like, I fucking miss you, dude.
It's my
Are
boo.
you okay?
That's my boo.
Crunch your rock teeth twice for yes. Are you okay?
Oh man.
Alright. Would it be would kind of be able to just ask for console with Gran really quick? Or if she tries to reach out to her, she just hears like I'm on
The number you have
Nah.
reached dialed is not in
She's
service.
just, yeah, exactly. Essentially, she's like, I'm not talking to you while you're around that woman right now.
Yeah.
Fucking get out of her house.
Yeah.
Or not in this
Fucking rip.
trash. You called me in
But
trash.
she would be able to do
She
that with
knows that if you can see her and talk to her, then she can hear.
Yeah, no,
Mama
no,
Know How hears everything. So.
she'd figured that out with the because she can feel like
Talking
her
to spirits.
yeah, her
Yeah.
she's doing all that other stuff, but I'm just saying like when she gets a little bit further out, would she be able to reach out there?
Probably not for like, a little bit.
Okay. Oh, so the cell service, I got the bar on my phone. Okay, hey, can I call you? No service zone. That was really annoying.
Those elemental temples, man.
Yeah, I also figured that
Yeah.
would be
Fucking
another
with
thing
everybody's
too.
signal.
Yeah. She is a spirit, and we're going to the no spirit zone, so she'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Are they currently just like stepped inside Hanu's body right now? Just like, oh, I feel weird.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going in there, okay, guys? No. For many different reasons.
How much longer till the break is done?
We're gonna do it with 15 minutes till. It's taking a half an hour. Because we're probably gonna get into some fighting after we have this talk with
I like that.
Okay, so 10:45.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, just medication's wearing off, so.
Papa No Eyes just fucking does a suplex on Zale. You're like, what the fuck?
I'm
That's
gonna go
what you
grab
kill-
some water. Then I'll
that's
be
what you-
back.
That's
No
why he
dogs
says the core.
allowed.
That's what he says to the core of death. It's literally suplex him.
No. Ah, there you go.
And Cells is there like, did he just suplex? And then he like, wakes up looking around his body. Oh, okay, this is something.
I'll be right
And
back.
now Nina knows how to suplex.
Oh, I
Yes.
think you guys don't know, but the Storm Conch hug from behind, when the offensive variation of it is actually a suplex. She knows how to. I wrote a document of the very variations. The side Storm Conch hug is something different, trust me.
No, man.
Stormconch side hug. Give me that Stormconch side hug.
Right. So, like a plastic bag.
Drifting through the wind.
Leaf
You start again.
and Rue hanging out is just that.
Literally.
It-
It would be.
And then we get Fee in the background.
It's just it's just a Katy Perry cover band.
Yes!
Pretty lit.
I kissed a girl.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Oh, shit.
Writing all the notes that I can.
It was a lot longer of a time. It was a really long time of talking with Mama No How. I was so excited to move to talking as a different character.
Yeah, that sounds like it's a challenging accent.
Yeah.
It's challenging to do, period. I'm not even certain if it's an accent. It's mostly just her vibe that I worry about trying to get most of the time.
It was wonderful.
Because
Hmm.
It's a lovely vibe.
You very effectively
Yeah.
created the vibe.
Actually, throughout the conversation, how was Gwen?
Mm.
Was she even in the room, or was she outside training?
Gwen came from
Side chat.
down the stairs. So she had been up top at some point, probably had a conversation with Mama No How.
Gotcha.
Because she came down with her after when Mama No House was confirming that you had to go to Papa No Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She was coming downstairs with Gwen.
Okay, gotcha.
She's got the same kind of I'm readying myself for battle appearance that she's had for like weeks now,
Yeah.
which is fairly soundly like, replaced her I'm frustrated and confused state that she had been in before then.
Yeah.
She's been very, very focused recently, you've noticed.
Gotcha.
Oh, man.
I have so many.
Oh.
Just two questions. You've been freeing a bunch of animals.
And you're speedy turtle.
Move, I'm gay.
You couldn't mention the small domino knocking over a larger domino without me making that meme, Sapphire.
Yes.
Great that you provided. So good. Little did we
It's like the
know.
random Zale in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I have haste on. We'll have a base movement speed that's faster than you. Zoom. But now that I think about it, if we think about Griffin's perch, it was a little parrot with a eye patch, you know, that had the little fuse to the bomb lit. Fee, what did you release? I have to look through any old memes that I have yet to post with Zale, because who knows what his new art's gonna look like.
Right?
So I just have to post them, and then I'll have to put vintage edition whenever I do find them.
Limited edition Zale.
Yep.
Wait, why
I don't know why your Nina token.
Yeah, it's already.
Your Nina token is Babette.
Oh no.
Why? Oh, that's weird.
Now I'm curious to see
Yeah.
which Babette token. So it opens up the Nina sheet.
No, it opens the Nina sheet. It just looks like Babette for some reason.
So Babette was with us this whole time. Good. She was never missing.
As we have stated so many times, everyone is Babette.
Mhm.
Everyone, I bet.
And Zell is now just a hooded figure.
No, that's not you, Zale.
Oh.
You!
There you go.
Look!
Oh wow, I can see. Yeah, definitely.
Relief because we don't have a token for her character yet.
Oh, that's right.
Give me those,
I mean,
those
we'll know that it's supposed to be Nina, even if it looks like Babette for now, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely have to sacrifice this. Got the feeling.
so, what does Zale do about his chicken?
Oh yeah, you gotta keep the chicken in check
It's gonna be
while
in the
fighting.
pack. That's got to be in the pack.
Don't you have to
Oh,
like
you have
actually
to
be
hold that
touching
thing
it?
with
Yeah.
hold. Yeah. You gotta hold that bitch with at
Gotta
least
hold
one
on to your
hand.
cock.
God damn it.
Yep.
Don't
I was
punish
expecting the joke
men.
much earlier.
Yeah.
If you'd been here last session, then it would have been established already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, that'd be fine.
I'm about 45 seconds away from being back at my computer.
I can fight with one arm.
Oh shit, make that like closer to a minute and a half. I forgot my fucking water downstairs.
Well, you get the nutrition, the hydration.
That hydration.
There's gonna be a zoom into Zale valiantly fighting with one hand, and everybody's like, "Who's he holding? What's going on in the movie?" And then all of a sudden, pans out a tiny chicken underneath his armpit. Looking very cross with what's going on. Like, bruh, come on, what? This is irresponsible.
If he lets it get hit enough times, all of a sudden a swarm of other chickens are gonna come and attack him, like
Yeah.
in Zelda games.
You have disrespected our leader.
If that doesn't happen, I'll be disappointed.
I will leave this campaign.
That's why I never played
Oh.
Skyrim again, because one time in one of my save files I killed the village chicken, and then the entire village was mad at me, and then I tried to go back into a different time slot, but in all of my time slots the village just knew me as the chicken killer. And I was like, I can't do this. This gives me too much anxiety. Everyone hates me, and I didn't realize that this was such a terrible thing that I've done. So that's why I can't play Skyrim again.
That is such a mood.
Just one
would-
chicken
Chicken
ruins a whole
killing.
game.
I would also be upset.
By the way, someone has to hold my chicken if I have to die.
Someone hold my chicken.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. I just thought about that right now. It's like, wait a minute. If I just say I have to die to go meet the Grim Reaper, someone has to hold the chicken, or at least keep it in my dead arm. That is
Don't
so
worry,
morbid.
Nina will hold you.
That is so morbid and funny at the same time. Oh man.
I feel like that is
Amazing.
funny at the same time. It's just the paradoxes.
Mm. Listen, we gotta hold his chicken so we can talk to Death to get his scythe. And while doing that, I have to hold the chicken
Wait a
while I'm
second.
dead.
Do you have to look into this chicken's eyes as this happens, and you just get pulled in? Those little
I don't-
beady eyes. The abyss. Two pools of the abyss.
I looked into the abyss and the abyss clucked back.
I hate it. I hate it. You know what? I'm thankful for this also because I'm nervous. Oh,
Listen, in
I'm
Stardew
nervous.
Valley, I did name a void chick an abyss, okay? So, it's canon somewhere.
I'm nervous.
I am fully back at my computer.
Welcome back to your computer.
Oh yeah, Nina is just Babette.
It hurt. Look. Mm.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay. So, your guide takes you through the swamp, heading away from Mama Know-how's hut. The fog eventually settles in. And though you know you set out morning, and it should be approaching midday, you find yourself underneath a thick canopy of jungle-like trees. It gets darker and darker until you start to wonder if perhaps more time has gone by than you'd expected. When suddenly you see it rising out of the swamp, terraced, 3 levels of stairs rising higher and higher to a flat peak where you can see the flickering light of a very dim campfire. The unnatural night presses in around you, and that campfire acts as almost your lighthouse. Your guide remarks about how the other person that he must have taken out here must still be here. Crazy bastard. And he was surprised to see that he's still alive. His boat pushes past lily pads, and you can see that saltwater creatures have made their way in around this temple. Sharks and sea fish. The smell of the ocean underneath you. As his boat comes up to the steps and your turtle falls behind, you crest off of your chariot. The rest of you climb up the stairs to watch as Zale and Amber and the others on the chariot step off on the top platform. The first of 3 terraces. You can see the campfire. It's nearly dead, mostly embers. strange to you that such a small fire was able to be seen from so far. When you realize that there is no other source of light around, no incandescent bugs, no fireflies. It's this unnatural night and this just fading away fire. In front of it, his back to you, a ruddy and sand-blasted elf meditates.
So I would slowly walk up. I mean, too close listening right here.
I cannot hear you.
No. You walk up a little bit closer, but staying a little bit further away. Hello? You seem to... I've heard you went here.
Glancing around, you see piles of skeletons, discarded weapons. It looks like many battles have been fought here, both past and recent. He doesn't respond to you, but one of his hands rested in his lap, opens as he gestures, almost as if inviting you to sit beside this fire.
So I would walk up and sit down in kind of trance-like state and trance-like posture.
What's everybody else doing?
He approaches his flank. He just kneels down. At attention.
Nina's gonna look around to any of the people who look like they don't have dark vision and say, I can't see shit. Would you like me to light up something?
And you did just invite everybody to sit around the fire, which seemed to be the only source of light.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was like a Zale only thing. Sorry.
No.
I'll
No,
take
I mean, you all
Victor
landed
out.
on the top platform.
I'll take Victor out because he always kind of just burns a dim light and just kind of sit in the back.
Yeah, Leaf is just gonna take a seat wherever she can. Like, she doesn't care how close she is or how far away she is.
Umber's just gonna find a wall to lean against and watch.
Okay. A second. Boundary issues.
Classic.
Refreshing.
Also, the art for this guy is fucking awesome.
Right?
Looking at him, now that you're seated, you can see that he's got a very particular look for an elf. Darker skin, looks like he's spent a lot of time outside from the weather-worn nature of his complexion. His face is stern, perhaps chiseled into that stern expression so long ago that he no longer notices, because everything else about his meditative stance implies calm. And in fact, despite the chill and foreboding dark around this place. It does feel safer for some reason around this very dim fire. You try and bring out your familiar. It doesn't appear. You try to cast light-based magic. It doesn't work. You try to cast a little sputter of fire in your hand, and the fire works, but its light doesn't reach more than tiny little space where it's at, almost as if it's somehow prevented from spreading. And yet, for some reason, this small, dying embers of fire in front of him that he's meditating in front of was visible to you from very far away.
What type of wood is this? What does it smell like?
Looking at the fire, in the fire you see a Kossash has been turned to tatters and ash.
What
Oh,
would
this
lead
is
to
nice.
Do I know what caused?
It's
Yeah.
burning of souls, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
character? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So in character, can like what would my character know?
Kossash, it's an oration thing.
Oh, I know of what a Kasesh is, but like why are they burning it and what happens when you do that?
You have no idea. Never heard of anybody doing that.
Okay, so I would probably be deeply offended. So yeah, Leaf is gonna, as soon as she sees that, she's gonna be like, "What are you doing? Why? Those are special. They're very important."
I have no need for it any longer.
It's yours. You need
My
it.
story, yes.
Why would you burn it? I don't understand. You're still here.
Because there is nothing that I care to tie me to this world.
You
The
sound
Karsesh is a symbol of attachment. It symbolizes the bonds to family. It is an attempt at immortality. Through it, a family, a nation, a culture can reach for the eternal. In Urot, we forget that we cannot truly escape the cycle. Though perhaps it is because pride is an Oratian's greatest sin. And his eyes open.
well. I guess
You have come seeking death.
not
Yes.
necessarily.
But not all of you.
So I would turn and look at him. Yes. No wish to meet him.
And for what purpose do you reach for them? I do not suppose that this type of thing would help you sell tickets to stadiums.
Quite knowledgeable. But no. It's to give me power. For what I do need to do to defend things I care about.
Power. In seeking power, what do you hope to accomplish? War does not seem to be the type of thing your guild has decided to associate itself with. At least that is what they say in the news. I was in Sweetwater a week ago, and they were speaking of you on the radio. Is it fame that you seek? To be heard?
No, never of the sort. No. I wish to change things. Break the cycle that we're in. That is my goal.
The cycle. We talk about this as if it is something outside of ourselves. Another lie. The world is filled with such lies, but none are greater than the ones we tell ourselves. The cycle is not something that happens outside of ourselves. It is something that happens first within.
Is this stone? Or is there dirt around?
It is stone.
Okay.
I mean, there's loose dirt.
She will take some of the ash, or like any of the, and draw one point in the stone, draw one circle from it, and then draw another circle right side by side. Branching off to a new cycle that's different, or are you trying to make a straight line that continues infinitely?
It is more like, and he leans forward and just draws a spiral. And then he draws what looks to be like he's about to draw a big circle around that spiral until you realize he's just drawing a much bigger spiral.
So, perspective then.
There is no end.
Everyone who seeks death seeks perspective. And as you say, there is no end. It is not ever the start, and it is not ever the end.
She nods to the Kasesh. Ancestors, though you cast them aside, they brought you here to this point. They are the reason why you have this light. They're still going to be with you, not the material aspect that has probably been tainted. But spirits are a part of this world. So what is happening to them right now?
I do not need to make ploys at immortality to continue the legacies of those before me. Change is how you continue a legacy, not by staying the same.
Was your pride part of your legacy? And that's what you want to change?
He nods to you. So, fellow seekers, would you care to join me for tea and to discuss what it is you seek from death?
Yep.
Perhaps we can gain insight from each other.
I want
Is
some
this
tea.
is this the kind of tea where we wake up on funny ship and don't know what happened, or like good tea where you talk about things for real?
Or is this like
It is-
Hanu's sleepy time tea?
Sleepiness would not do us well here. We must be vigilant. But it is merely tea. Good tea, however.
I would gladly accept.
Ooh, I like this. We take tea from ominous strangers.
Make friends.
It's just tea, Nina. He's being nice.
Oh, probably.
Of the two of us, I would say that you cast much the more ominous shadow than I, giant.
Nina considers that for a moment. That is fair.
After all, I am unarmed.
Well,
And you're looking at him, you see that he's not even wearing any armor. He's got, different than the one that you see there, similar in like design and material, but a silk sash of pure white instead that covers half of his body. Well, looking at him now, you can tell that the other half that's not covered with the sash is covered in mostly scars and burns.
how do the knuckles look like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The knuckles, they give me a perception check.
And while that's being rolled, Nina would respond, "Oh, I mean, I guess I could just," and she puts her weapon down.
16.
Looking at it, you've seen people that have trained their hands diligently. That guy's hands could probably break stones.
Well, perspective of what people see as dangerous differs, especially if you have 10 weapons on your hands at all times.
Ah, yes. Hiyaka. Your accent. I see that a love of martial combat has still found its way to those isles.
Always has. But we've learned to respect and enjoy a different aspect of life and know when to defend it if needed. Not for glory, but because Kishara deserves to dream.
The Coterie Coast was ground zero. There, the world received unrefutable proof that divinity and the dream cycle was very real. The people there are more tuned as a result, unlike from my own country.
is your name? Or maybe you've taken up a new one? Since you're. And she'll motion to the white side of him and go, purified?
My name is Seren Law. I am a sand elf. From the deserts of Urot. Specifically the city of Mithtora, from which no one is supposed to ever leave. So I am an outcast. He nods to you.
Tell looking at the stash and nothing. Anyway, he's a pride. Are you trying to gain enlightenment? Is that why you have seeking death?
Death is but the first step. I have studied the connection between this world and the cycle my entire life. The cycle is tied to the elements. And as such, so are we. There is capacity in all of us to feel the power of such planes. Perhaps you have felt it. He looks at you, Ember. A burning fire rising up within you, greater than yourself.
He's just gonna stare at him. What is Ember picking up from this guy?
Looking at him, his flame is completely and absolutely still, and it's very small, but it burns really, really bright, like a little sunspot in your eye.
Just gonna watch him without saying anything for now. Not gonna respond to anything that's said.
Where was the temple that Nina fought the big boy?
It was near give me a second. Zakara. It was in the valley that the city of Zakara is in.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and she wouldn't have heard any mention of this place when she was traveling there.
What place?
Where he's from.
Oh, you would have heard about it. It's also in Urot. But it's like kind of a mythic place, so people don't know exactly where it's at. It's supposed to be somewhere out in the desert. Some people say it moves, maybe. Mithra, the fabled city of the Sand Elves, and the location of the mythic Hall of Horus. It is said that the city moves with the sands and is impossible to find if you do not know its song. The Ashakan protect this secret with their lives, and no outsiders are permitted within, all under the laws of Clan Zeta.
Okay, so yeah, it would have been just something that she would have heard on her travels to where she went with Phoenix Grave.
Yes, and it's stuff that Leaf would know as well, having traveled through Urot.
So he's saying that's where he's from?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he is a sand elf, so I mean he fits the bill.
We could be like, dude, that's so cool. What's it like there?
Cursed.
Aw. Well, what kind of curse? Maybe we can help. Then you guys can stop moving around.
I was going to say I have helped fight curse in the desert, but I think we just accidentally destroyed that temple, so never mind.
Destruction seems to go in many of your wakes. Is this not true?
I mean, sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, okay? So, like,
The chicken makes a little cluck noise.
Pets the chicken. Just to make it.
when you're fighting bad guys, it's not unheard of that, things get a little out of hand. Usually the bad guys don't really care that much about breaking things.
Bad guys. Good guys. And how do you know which one you are? Is it because a voice inside of you? Or is it because of a voice from outside of you? And how do you know which one you can trust?
I usually assume that the bad guys are pretty much the people that are trying to kill me, if there are any. And otherwise, they're probably fine. And I don't really try to kill anyone unless they're trying to kill me. So I think that makes me a good guy.
I think that
We
the
all
concept
find
of
the
good and bad,
definitions that we are comfortable with.
the concept of good and bad is very boring. I think it's much more interesting if everybody is people and we just all do our own thing, and sometimes you're a dick about it. And that kind of makes you a dick.
I think it all comes from your perspective on what you're doing.
Leaf has a journal dedicated to social interaction and like how to process emotion and convey it and what should be important and what's not. So she's like, I thought that good guys and bad guys, like that was it. Like that's how it worked. So she's like taking notes. And this will be the journal I'm referencing going forward anytime I say she's taking notes.
Hell
Cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Lines can be very blurred of who's good or bad, but it's just a perspective of the individual. Sure, we might, in some places, people might view you as the hero, but in other
Maybe it's
places, you are the villain in the story.
maybe it's the way you recognize your own spiral. You know, well, think of you. You recognize that your lineage and your pride is making your spiral tend to do certain things. So you stop it. That means you're making a decision for the better. But it's for better in a long term that helps also yourself and others. So possibly it'll be good, and possibly the next person after you is just going to make the decision to reverse it. But they'll think, because they're doing change, that it could possibly be better. It's complicated, but you just have to accept what you're doing and what your goal is.
And what is your goal?
Keep my friends safe.
And meeting death. This helps keep your friends safe.
There's a lot of ways to keep them safe, but sometimes the ways are just the ways.
This seems to be mine.
He
You just
nods
have
his
to
head
trust
to
the
you.
path.
Sometimes the ways are just the ways. Not the mentality that my people would appreciate.
Aren't you an outcast?
Yes, but not because I was outcast, though yes, that happened, but because I cast out their beliefs.
Exactly. Do you understand?
I wanted to heal, to be a good doctor. Like any good doctor in Urot, I studied the soul. But you cannot study the soul without first, as well, having to study the gods. A practice which is looked down upon from the scientific method held so high in my country. So, I left to study in Jarlath, in Yellum, in Arvel, and even the Coterie Coast.
Ground zero.
Where the elements can be felt in their rawest forms. I discovered that each of us, not just our souls, but our bodies, our minds, every bit that makes us who we are, is forged from the elemental planes. In order to gain power from that realization, I had to meditate for many years. Only now have I readied myself for such a journey. However, in hoping to take this path myself, I have had the privilege of teaching others. I would be happy to teach you as well. If you go seeking death, should not the experience make you stronger? I can show you how.
So,
Are we going to become
looks-
skeletons? And Nina looks around at all of the skeletons.
No,
if I do not become stronger, then yes, I'll seek your help.
good. Then all I ask is that you forgive me for being a coward just before I'm supposed to take the first step. I have meditated here for a week, but still I find myself hesitant in a moment where hesitation cannot be allowed. I have taught myself to bring myself back from the brink of death. I am certain that this skill is one that I have mastered. However, in abandoning my pride, humility begs the question of whether or not my mastering is strong enough for the power of a place like this. I see that you are amongst capable healers. He looks at you, Hanu, and then he looks at Fee, who looks surprised. He's looking at her, and if I fail, I would very much be comforted if you would bury my body.
Understood.
With a proper ceremony, or rather without a proper ceremony. Dying in a place like this. And he looks at the bones around him. Is not a fate that I would wish to have my soul go through.
She's been looking at him, like, in the eyes, even if he hasn't been staring back, but she'll look up at the stars. Are there any constellations visible right now?
No, you can't see anything. It's dark, black clouds overhead. Blocking out the sun. You know it should be probably about daytime right now, but it feels like it's night some.
Do you wish to perform this on me first?
What?
If you can bring me
This
back.
is not something that I can do for another. And other places, other nexuses perhaps. But here, I have spent 50 years mastering control over my own soul, so that I could resist the pull of the dark energy here. No. If you wish to go, you would either have to spend as much time as I did, readying your soul. And even then, I am not confident that it will work.
What are you...
Without that, the only option is him.
What exactly
Papa
is
No
this?
Eyes.
Are you making a tourniquet? Trying to stop the stream from the draw of the spirit realm here? Do you conserve it? What is this process?
It is painful, but necessary, and far less painful than what it would be like to be a soul suffused with negative energy in a plane of positive energy like this. No. I focus my key, and I sharply close off access to vital parts of my body, delaying my path of death so that my soul cannot leave my corpse.
So you're closing the floodgates then?
Not something that is recommended unless you have spent a lot of time preparing your body and mind. But talking to you now, I know I am ready. But I will wait to see whether or not you can pass into that realm. That way, if you fail to return, I might be of some aid. And if I die, I at least accomplished some good with the knowledge I have gained before I do.
She.
I understand.
God.
Thank you.
You will need to call him.
And you summoned for music, right? From what Mona told us? Or we just call him?
Yeah. Yeah. There's, you could call his name out, possibly. Music helps too.
He does like music.
Can you play while I call him?
Yeah.
So Zell would wait for Rue to start.
I'll just play the same lullaby.
Mm-hmm. And Zell would say, Papa No Eyes, I wish to speak with you.
Yes, of course you do. After all, why come to this place unless you were coming to see old Papa Lick? And he walks around this fire, and you see an old man. Not what you were expecting. Not an avatar of death, clattering bones. Just an old man with a walking stick and a straw, very wide-brimmed fisherman's hat. He's got dark skin, like a dark elf with this graying beard and these slightly pointed ears that come out through his hat, as well as a pair of horns that wrap themselves up out of it.
Hello there, Papa No Eyes.
But before we get to your matter, tell me, child, where did you learn that song? And he looks right at you.
Mama taught me.
I knew I heard her scent coming into this place. However, never has she ever taught anyone that song. Who are you? What is your name?
I'm.
He's walking with his cane like around Rue, like he's looking her up and down.
My name is Ruvaluz. It's a pleasure to meet you. I heard you would be able to help us.
Oh, Ruvalu. Oh, I must know. What brings you here? Cunning thief.
It would be the dog boy.
We have a friend that we're trying to find.
Oh,
Rue.
you know that Papa Noah is. And you see his very low brimmed straw hat. He kind of finally looks up, and you can see that it's just skin, flesh burned across the top of his head from his forehead down over his eyes, where his eyes would be.
Rue will lightly curtsy.
Nina's gonna walk up to Rue before he finishes saying whatever he's saying, and she's gonna pick her up and like fireman carry her and be like, I
Let
do
go
not
of me! Put me down! Stop!
No. This man,
Nina!
you are far too cute for this man. And he's creeping me out a little.
He's literally gonna try to push off of you. Stop! Stop.
Ah, yes. Of course you must think I am a monster. A devil, some have even said. They would not be wrong. However, I am not a monster underneath your bed. I merely know his name. I know every monster's name. And it is for that reason that their names are not spoken in this country. You could say I keep the nation of Weirdaville safe from everything that goes bump in the night.
I like this bravado, though. It is very good bravado.
Let us not steer away from the task. Our business here is with him, so let's focus. She'll point to Zale.
As you point, you see as he suddenly materializes like right behind him. Just as you were going to point and you looked at him, he's there instead. And Zale, you look as he steps from around you, looking you up and down. Well, you did not come seeking death just to get rid of that curse.
No.
Though I see why you may have come here. Perhaps it called to you. Like the moon calls the wolf, no.
Slowly turn around. I do not know. I feel like I need it.
Well, I will give you one piece of free knowledge to show my amicable spirit and build confidence. After all, I am not blind to the circumstances of where we are meeting. Conversations around skeletons do not often engender trust. But perhaps you will trust me when I tell you that that thing inside of you, being absorbed by Mama Noha's cure, it is not a normal curse. In fact, the beast, I can see that the name is familiar to you. However, did you know that the beast was released originally from this very temple.
Interesting. It's Silicon shakes his head. Well, I counter something then. If I do go to meet death, look out at him.
And when you meet death, how do you expect it to go? Do you wish to talk to him? Or does the hunger of the beast find itself to be your hunger as well?
No. I did not wish to fight death. I wish to talk.
Good. I love to talk. And I'm certain that the old Grim Reaper has gotten tired of only talking to me most of these years. I will grant you passage. But is there anyone else that you would wish to go with here?
Kind of look around at everybody else.
Nino looks
There's a-
like keenly interested.
Yeah, Leaf would step up and be like, I definitely would like to go.
Zell would like turn around and be like,
Frederick would step forward as well.
guys, you don't have to go with me if you do not
Ew.
want to.
It is I mean, it's a scientific, yes, I would very much like to observe this. Death and then coming back. Yes,
Oh, we are coming
it
back.
would be useful for my research.
I mean, what else is there to do?
So it's like he's doing the sad
The only
chuckle.
thing to do is to catch her. And you watch as suddenly he materializes a bunch of eggs out of nowhere and is juggling them, and then tosses them each into your direction as he says, catch.
Yep, catch.
And you're all fairly dexterous. You kind of stumble with maybe a couple of it, and you manage to catch it in your hands. They feel fairly heavy, actually. And he says, you will need to eat the egg raw. You don't need to eat the shell. You can just drop it into a glass and drink it in one swig. And certain you will be accustomed to this if you've been dealing with Mama Noha. And she got you carrying that there chicken around.
What happens if we do
And
eat the
she
shell?
waves a hand over the chicken, and the chicken falls asleep. It won't run away from you while you're visiting the other side.
And what would happen if we did eat shell?
Nothing. It will just be quite difficult.
Nina immediately just eats the egg.
Constitution check.
So kind of looks to Rue. Hey, Rue.
I wanna die?
Yeah.
But then the egg will hatch inside of their stomachs, and it will be the only thing that died.
Mhm. So I'll be back.
In about 10 minutes our time. Though it may feel different where you are.
So I'll just pull out a little vial. He'll crack the egg, just pour the yolk in the vial. His empty healing potion.
I'll go with you.
Mm-mm. You stay here.
No,
Don't worry, I will protect the
He
pale one.
just grabs
Yeah.
your
Maggie's-
hand, Rue, and it's like, please don't leave me.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta stay behind, right?
We're needed here, Rue.
It's
You need to
it's
stay behind for everybody else, okay? You gotta take care of everyone else while I'm
Because
gone,
we're
okay?
the healers, right?
We need to stay
Exactly.
behind. We have to trust. And Zale.
Us to death?
It's okay. Alright? I'll be back, I promise. And
Not letting go of you.
you put his forehead against yours. I love you, sis. Okay.
Better
And
come
he
back.
downs it. And he downs it.
Okay.
I actually rolled an okay constitution check.
Hell yeah.
He just ate it with the egg.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah,
throughout,
just a whole egg.
throughout the conversation,
Alright.
with Zale, Hanu would have been edging Rude right towards Fee, right before Fee spoke up, but she would have been like, I think Fee really needs you here. Okay. Is
You're not letting go of him.
Do I need to make a check?
And Fee says, neither am I. And she sits at their heads.
As long as you
As
didn't eat
they
a whole
all down
egg,
it, they immediately just pass right out. Boom. Immediate. The second you down it, all of you are just passed out unconscious. And for all intents and purposes, dead. And that's where we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sarah, you only had to make a con check if you decided that your character was going to eat a whole egg
whole.
with a shell and everything.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. Leaf would probably have looked disgusted at the egg the entire time.
Yep.
I love how the two new people are like, fuck yeah, I'll die with you.
Right?
Yeah, literally. They're
I was like, what is going on? Why these two? Alright, you know what? Fuck it at this point.
Leaf and Nina are like, you guys really don't understand the level to which we have nothing else to do.
Right?
Listen,
Yeah, we'll die with you.
the two scientists of the group are like, this is interesting. The two new people are like, fuck yeah, this is a vacation.
Yeah,
This is a story for me to
go.
vaguely tell and concern everyone around me with.
Frederick was very interesting that he raised his hand. I had a feeling he was going to, but
Ember was actually tempted. He was very tempted, but no. He needs to watch the flames of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just wants to see literally
As soon as they falls unconscious, by the way, this will be our cliffhanger, guys. You watch as they all pass out, and you guys gather around them, and he falls unconscious. You see as the gem on his hand falls out of his hand onto the stone, and it clatters, and it falls, and it seems to bounce almost too far, like a coin that's bouncing across the room floor. And all of your eyes watch it go right towards Papa No Eyes, who swoops it up in his hat, puts it on his head.
Shit.
Now what have we here? And that's where we'll leave it.
Oh my god!
Mm.
Oh man, it's a give Ember and the rest of everybody else out because